Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Thursday. It's the last WIP IT of 2023. It's kind of hard to believe we're there, and we got the man here next to me with that Cannon's working on.
Well, yeah.
But,
Not actually mush man. I mean, his face is kind of mushy. He's been punched a lot of times, but
there's a lot of punching happens to
boxers. Yeah.
They don't look the same when they start their career.
Say again?
They don't finish their career looking the same as they started.
No, they don't.
And if you're really bad, a lot different. Look at Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke thought he's gonna go from actor to boxing, and didn't go so well.
Yeah.
He got mushed.
It happens.
Okay, what do we got to work on tonight? Oh, I probably should turn my camera on.
Maybe.
Customizing stream. It's like, people might want to see what I'm actually working on.
I made this last night.
That looks awesome.
The case itself would be printable if it weren't for if I had a good filament printer, I could print that case. But
I have to ask somebody if we haven't just recently got a really nice one.
Yeah, I know. Mine, I printed some stuff on mine the other day, and it didn't look so great. But I don't want to spend all the time that would take to fix it and make it look good. But essentially, it's like an armor case like Batman would have.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I can see a bat suit in that.
Yeah, it's got hinges built in here, and then slots in the back where you can feed up the LED, like strip. And then I figured these front panels behind the door. They've got places where you can glue in some, that plastic you get on the front of your packages.
Oh yeah,
that they tried to get rid of.
Yeah, it's like the world's gotten the environment's gotten all better. It's come back now.
Yeah, well, we can cut some of that out and glue it in the back if I ever get it printed somehow.
Actually, I was thinking about that with one of the extra helmets that you printed for me for lore. Fix it up and glue like one of those visors in one of them. Well, the backings, where you have a clear shield in it.
Yeah, it's a good reuse for that material.
Yeah, it's been got a lot of good repurposes over the years before they quit putting it in the boxes. So they're thinking they're going to save the planet.
Yeah, well, I cut it out and save it for windows for dioramas and stuff like that. So.
Which they never thought it was going to save the planet. It was just a write-off thing.
Yeah.
For some reason, they rather appease people who will never buy their figures than the people buying their figures.
Who knows?
That'd be good. Name of Health said we mentioned Batman, but I get a bit of an Iron Man armor too.
Yep.
All right, we got these boots, the feet anyway. I mean, I got silver on the boots, and they're about ready for chroming. I put one more coat of silver on them. I'll clear them. I'll put some clear on the helmet. And what to do next? I have no plan for tonight. That's most nice. I got the bike. I'm debating about doing the washes on this one because I did the dry brushing, and have one be a little distinguished from the other ones. I think it looks good as it is. Just need to start seal it up.
Yeah, that's looking nice.
Got the medallion painted up in gold.
If I ever print one out for myself, I'll ship it off to you. See if you'll paint it for me.
I'll paint it up. Be glad to. I've had 3 to practice with.
By the time you get to mine, it'll be good.
Oh, that's what I was wanting to do. I remember I was like, I know I wanted to do something right when I started off the stream, and I couldn't. Getting old man brain. It's like, what? I need to put a little more filler in on this and on this. Handy dandy. Sculpting tool. Sector 2813 in the house. Evening, fellas.
Jerry approached me about doing a head for him, so that's next on my to-do list.
Oh, Alpha Proto Collector Express. Notice a guy posting your videos on another channel. Do you know about that? Is it 1987 Olds 442 and Collector Express Reviews? It's Arch Villain. Those are all me. I've been actually dividing my content up. But if it's not either one of those, let me know. Those are me. YouTube. Okay. Yep, that's me. That's actually a channel older than this channel. I just never really did anything except for copy these streams over to it. Mirror stream it, simulcast, whatever. So I started making. So I have to put all my customizing stuff on that channel as a dedicated customizing channel. YouTube has been messing with this channel for a while, and I did that as a backup. Plus, the algorithm seems to like dedicated one type of content. Where this is a mixed content channel, they don't like it. I don't know why. I had an interesting comment on my. Anybody's watched the top 10 Marvel Legends? That's everybody. Yeah. No worries, brother. I'm glad you let me know. In case it wasn't me. Quinn Comics in the house. Greetings, my friend. How are y'all doing tonight? Doing this fine. Hey man, your content's been helping me a lot. Here's from a field. Well, that's awesome to hear, man. That's great. I always like hearing that we're helping people. Back when this, we said it multiple times. Back when I got in this hobby, nobody would help anybody. You had one source for like content for like tutorials. I'm not gonna say nobody would help anybody, but your content was limited to sources to get like tutorials and information. Figure Realm was good about having tutorials, but it's just worded tutorials, pictures, no videos. Nobody did any like video content tutorial stuff. And if you ask another customizer for help, most of the time they say they will either wouldn't reply to you or no. It's like they were too worried about you getting into their market share, making custom figures and selling them, which is ridiculous.
Seems like there's enough work out there for
absolutely
customizers.
Thank you, sir, Alpha Proto. Now, like I said, thank you for the heads up, just in case it wasn't one of mine. The way things are anymore, people have no problem stealing other people's content. I'm going to be branding. Do I have any? Oh yeah, I got it. One of these. Uh, yeah, that was my old forum handle for years. 1970 Olds 442, which I have one in my garage. But so I've had a YouTube channel handle, and channel I just never did anything with it. If on my Instagram, it actually is, the URL is 1987 Olds 442. I debated about having just using that channel altogether.
Man, it's no messed up.
Alpha Proto, I bought a head of Warrior Rabbit head from eBay from China. They said it was 112 scale, so it's close to 118 scale. I did the mineral spirits trick and it worked. Now I need to fix that casting up and mold it. Sweet. The mineral spirits thing from the Craftman, like that thing, that works so well.
I like the Craftman.
Yes, sir. He's like one of the best out there. Queen Comics, kindness doesn't cost anything, and helping out fellow customizers makes the hobby that much more fun. When we share what we know with like-minded individuals. Yes, sir. I made a lot of good friends on doing that too. You know, those that want to continue like conversations offline from the streams, feel free to join the Discord. There's a link down in the description down below. Everybody's welcome. AK's here. Hello all.
Doing likenesses is.
Do what now?
So trying to do likenesses is difficult.
Yeah, that's gotta be the toughest thing to do.
Like if I had them sitting here, it'd be a lot easier. I'm sure there's some like cheater way to do this, but I just do things the hard way.
So mixing up the Aves Fixit to smooth out. I still feel the ridges through here. That needs to be smoothed out. Put a little more, another coat on.
Yeah, what is it you're working on?
The Thor Buster armor for Dawn. Anthony Diaz, hello fam. Oh, I had a funny comment. I replied back to him like on the top 10 list. Marvel Legends, my pick for 2023. My number one pick was, spoiler alert, Spiral. Now his comment was, Spiral's a 2022 figure. Really? My pre-order for Big Bad Toy Store didn't come in until February. And action figure checklist lister is a 2023 figure. So I think she's a 2023 figure. And it's because a YouTube reviewer that gets stuff from Hasbro got his figure in December of 2022. Doesn't make it a 2022 figure. There's some people in China probably got it over faster than the rest of us. And some places in Europe. But other than that, it didn't hit our short. I didn't get it till February, so yeah. This is a 2023 figure.
Oh, if it's your list of figures that you got in 2023, doesn't matter when it came out.
Alpha Proto, so yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's like a reviewer. I was like, yeah, there's I bet it is the same one we're thinking about. These little flight over the pond. What's funny is like when there's no issue with me if Hasbro is sending on my figure the review, but some people won't even like admit they're getting it from Hasbro. Like, it's fine, dude.
Yeah, if you're gonna be essentially paid by somebody to review their product, you should be at least honest about it.
Yeah. It's like it's seen in Jurassic Park, cause like when he's yelling out, like, "This is so-and-so!" Like, see, nobody cares. Just let us see the figure. Nope. Let me get back up in the chat here. Who y'all trying to make tonight? I'm working on a doorbuster Iron Man out of a destroyer for Dawn.
This is Rocky Marciano.
Alpha Proto, what's y'all's most anticipated figures for 2024? I haven't really thought about it right now.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to that Angel figure.
Oh, yeah. Angel is definitely a good one. We got Hello Fam.
Family.
Looking forward to getting the next two of the Reign of the Superman from Mayfix, the Superboy and Eradicator. And we got the Jeffrey Torres. How y'all doing? Doing just fine, sir. Was the destroyer hard to disassemble? Not at all. We use heat and pop the entire thing. So the hips are soft. You can heat and pop those off. And then you can heat and pop the shoulders out, heat and pop the torso part, heat and pop the upper ball joint out of the neck. Like one of the easiest figures this assemble, besides the, of course, the arms and legs are pinless. You can't really get those off. So at the elbows and knees, not without major surgery. Most anticipated figure of 2028 is the JD Toys Mega Man Fire Pit Man. Oh, we got the Canuck. What's up? And happy holidays, everyone. Hello, sir. And thank you again for being a channel member for the Collector Express family.
I don't have friends. I got family. I don't have friends.
What's the name of the stuff you use to keep grease or sticking your tools? That would be either Green Stuff World Sculptor Vaseline. That is a must with working with green stuff. My most anticipated figures for 2024 are the JD Toys Mega Man figures, Fury Planet's Planet Kinsai, Nameless One, Rabbit Samurai. That's why I got the rabbit head sculpt that they use for that with the figure. Oh, sweet. Sector 2813, my favorite figure for 2023 that I bought retail was Soul Calibur 6 Takai from Storm Collectibles. Very cool. I use Vallejo paints for my customs. Is there a better brand that you could recommend? The Mr. Hobby, Mr. Color, Lacquers are really good. You're limited in color choices, but they bond really well to plastics. Find one here. I got one here. They also have acrylics that work really good too. They're Oculus acrylics. They're Gundam colors. These are lacquers. These are acrylics. I like both of those real well. Citadel is expensive, but you got a good source of colors, but they require sealers or they won't stick well. And to me, lacquers are good. With the lacquers, you got to use a thinner with them, or they don't go on smooth with a brush. We got Ken. Are you going to make other old school boxers?
I don't think so.
Canucks, his is the Sideshow 1/6 scale, the Thing McCready. Very cool. Thomas Cordo, do you prime your figures before painting? Was starting to customize Marvel Legends. Not sure if need to do matte primer. Not always. Primer, I usually mainly just use it with the paints I use. I usually just clean the figures before painting really well, get all like the solvents and mold releases off first thing, and paint directly on the figure unless I'm going to do like a major color change, like going from starting with a dark base figure to a lighter figure. Then sometimes, depending on the color I'm using and how well it covers, that's when I would use a primer. But most of the time, no, I don't normally use a primer.
This one is for Dom, which is why I'm doing them.
Followed by Geralt Rivia. Sweet, sweet.
I never watched boxing.
I think it's more the Italian part, heritage part is the big thing.
I was never Italian either.
That could be part of it.
But he wants it. So he's gonna get it.
I'm thinking the other guys forgot. That's it. I'm going to start putting the links in the Discord.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on this time of year too. So
that too. I think Dom just sent me a message. He's going to try to come on. Can't look at my phone. I got my fingers covered in epoxy.
Let's see. Hey, I'm working, so no stream for me tonight. This is from Dom earlier, about 30 minutes before we started. He was reminding me that I said that to remind me to work on this evening. But I beat him to it. I had already remembered because I already started when he sent me the message. Started to get the reference images like that in there. Need a third monitor. That way I can have more space for references.
Get you one of those ultra wide monitors.
I got one. Got a nice wide monitor, and then I got my laptop hooked up to it, so I got two monitors. But a third like tall one on the side.
Yeah, I got one. It's my office at work. I got one of those really wide ones, and I got a little one. Not little one. It's like a standard size monitor next to it, and I put all my toolbars on my extra. Even though it's wide enough that I can have all my toolbars, I got so used to working on it. I gotta have all my toolbars over on the second monitor.
Yeah, I got I got 3 at work. I got a nice wide tablet, Wacom,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a vertical, for document reading.
Yeah.
And I got a third monitor for other stuff. And I need all 3 of them.
I get caught. Just everybody in the chat know I get caught up here in a second. I'm just trying to get all this worked in so I can wash my hands afterwards.
Looking at these 2 reference images to try to. Part of the problem is that it's really hard to find pictures of him from the side view where he's not making. He's usually smiling in his photographs. It's hard to find a picture of side view where he's not.
Yeah.
Got a grin on his face. Which is, it's interesting. I've met a few, my sister-in-law, I guess my ex-sister-in-law now, dated a MMA fighter. And, not being part of that, group of people, and not being in that world, you'd think that they'd be, I don't know, angrier or something, more aggressive. But outside the ring, they're not. He's, pretty cool, happy guy. Just likes to exercise. Happens to be able to make some money doing MMA. So,
Thomas bought a kit of Leo paint, so they'll just need to add paint as normal. Love your videos, and been learning a lot. Thank you, sir. This big thing is just prep works to start out with. Is just clean. Make sure the surface you're getting ready to paint is nice and clean. A lot of figures have mold release on it, so if that's on there, the paint won't stick. So good hot soapy water bath. That's about all you need. Maybe like an old toothbrush and just give it a light scrub. Clean the parts off. And go from there. We'll try to make the toe articulation for the new Spider-Man figure wave. I've seen people do that. It's pretty with adding toe articulation. I wish the movie figures, like the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland figures that recently come out, those are missing 2 key articulation points for a Spider-Man figure. None of them have the boot cuff swivel, and those are separate pieces, so they could easily incorporate that in. But they didn't, and this is extra, but the toe hinge would have been great. And for my money, that Bruce Banner head that came with the Hulk 2-pack makes a far better Peter Parker head than it does the Bruce Banner head. I think the Peter Parker head they use anymore is kind of too attractive. Peter's a dork.
Well, he's supposed to be everyman. He's supposed to be average.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be look like a model. This would look like a regular guy. But making everything modern anymore, they gotta have all the superheroes be attractive. So I think, not a dig on Tobey Maguire. I think Tobey Maguire played a great Peter. Peter Parker. He fit the bill the more. To me, we haven't had like a perfect Spider-Man where they've played all the different aspects of Peter and Spider-Man, because Andrew Garfield, I think, made a better Spider-Man than he did Peter Parker.
Yeah.
With Tobey Maguire, he had a lot better Peter than Spider-Man was good, but Andrew made it even better because he had like the real funny quirks and quips and when he was Spider-Man, and he definitely got when he's in the suit, he definitely had the build for Spider-Man, that slender, wiry build, but still muscular.
Runner kind of fit.
Yeah, very much so, like a runner. So. Thomas, do you have any tutorials on adding toe hinges or boot cuffs? I have not done a tutorial on that, but I have done making boot cuts on, actually, for these legs. They already had the upper legs already had the gnarled piece, like the mushroom pegs up top, but I made a set of boots to work with these. What I did, I took the lower legs it came with and I dribbled them down and made sockets. Then the boots I used were like gladiator boots, and cut them down to make actual boots out of them. So I added where the sockets, I drilled a hole in top. We'll insert that into it. But that's one way to do it. They use the cuffs, the swivels from two different figures. But yeah, I could actually do that. Could be a good tutorial. Add boot swivel.
Yeah. What about toe articulation? Is that something you ever attempt?
I have not attempted, but I don't see. I probably could practice that and figure it out, because you're basically making a T cut onto the foot and a C cut on the toe.
Time to get out your Sharpie and your jewelry saw for that.
Yeah, you basically like a. I've been definitely looking at doing that.
And get like a little piece of, even like a pen, like a stick pen.
Yep. So what I've been working on tonight so far, I got this. I got the Destroyer torso that I've been smoothing up. When we turn this into a Thor Buster Iron Man, there's some more epoxy back here. After that sets and dry that, then I'll be hitting some primer so I can make sure it's all nice and smooth. See if I got any low spots, high spots. Make sure it's not, and then I'll start adding on the Iron Man details onto it. And I also got this guy I've been slowly working on. My Lore 2.0. All this started out as a Warpath body, shortened down the neck. You can see there's got a much longer neck on this one. Let me change the view here. This one's got a lot longer neck. This one's I completely cut it off with jeweler saw. Took out some material, glued it back down, re-sculpted. Then all the costume details are all sculpted on front and back. On the legs, the details all sculpted to make a nice, clean look. Incorporating magnets throughout the body, around the traps, the edges of the shoulders and the hips. So when he gets
That's something I did the other day. I got tired of my G.I. Joes falling over. So I ordered that tape for the Silver Surfer board.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't order like I need 6 inches of this tape. So, of course I got a 3-foot reel of it.
Yep.
I just put some strips down on my magnetic tape and stuck some magnets in the boots on the G.I. Joe, and it works great.
I took the hair off this is the Karen Rogers head. I just stuck it on this Herc body just for the hell of it. It's sitting here, but I'm actually going to use this head, change out the hairpiece, and I'm going to turn this head into a He-Man head. I saw someone else do that, and I asked him what it was. It's like, yeah, I hated this head with this hair. This hair is awful. He looks like a Ken or Karen. He's getting ready to ask for your manager.
Whose hair is that?
That is from the new Commander Rogers figure, like the redo from Return of Marvel Legends.
I don't have that figure.
The head, well, I was going to pass it on to wait till it got cheaper. But then I saw somebody use this for a He-Man head. They took like the Revolution He-Man hair, put on this, and it looks good. Well, just by taking the hairpiece off already, it looks better. So I'll have to just paint match the head to the body. Body's a little bit darker. And this body is going to be for eventually do another hard case. That head actually looks good for a hard case too. The Hercules is such a good body. It's also makes that new one of the figures I was anticipating a lot for in 2023 was the classic Luke Cage, and it's terrible.
Yeah,
he is a terrible figure, and it's the first retail Luke Cage figure we've gotten basically ever from Hasbro. We got one. They made 2 Luke Cage figures. One was an SDC exclusive, and the other one was a Amazon exclusive. Both of them are multi-packs. The first retail Luke Cage we get, he's undersized. He's basically true 1/12 scale figure because he's way too short. He's the same height as a Grim Reaper body. He's lacking a lot of articulation. You don't have nav crunch. You don't have boot swivels. Overall size, he looks puny. You put him next to the Hercules figure, he looks puny. Have you guys ever done a collect string tour or showed all your customs? I need to do that. Right now I got so much stuff in boxes right now. I need to get some more shelves up. I put some shelves up in my other office upstairs, so it's going to help a little bit. But I still I want to build a big display over to in front of my shelves right now. That's where I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff at too. But definitely I need to do a collection tour, room tour. Are you going to make a Exile Ridge custom with the Amazing Spider-Man figure? I hadn't thought about it. That head would actually be really good for that, or used for that. Just need a thin military body. Ooh, I got those Dukes from Tiger Force Dukes. Green shirt and all. That deal name will help. That Hercules would be great for flex. Yeah. Hard case would be awesome. I made one before on a Herc body, and that was before this one came out. So actually, the lower body is like Hyperion, upper body like the man bun Hercules. It turned out really good, but I like to use just all this one because I like the sculpt on the legs on these really well. Yeah, Luke Cage was disappointing. Yeah, that's probably my number. If I was going to do like a most disappointing figures of 2023 Marvel Legends, that would probably be my number one. The head sculpt too looks too young too. It's almost like he's a teen, like 19, 20 years old or something like that. He looks really young.
Yep, that's how we like our boxers.
With black eye.
Creepy.
All right, you got. I'll be right back. Blood pressure medicine makes me have to go.
Yep. Means you guys are all mine.
That means the forces cannon the talk of us.
I know, it's because I just get into what I'm doing and then I forget, like, I actually have to, talk.
Engage.
Yep. That's the whole different side of your brain that you're using when you're actually talking to folks. So it makes it a little bit weird to try to model stuff and talk at the same time. I know none of this is going to matter once I get it printed. I just like to do it because it helps me kind of, visualize the figure a little bit better. As I work on it. Because everything that you do trying to sculpt a likeness is everything. Nothing works in isolation, so everything relates to something else. So if I can get, his eyes look. Bring that bottom eyelid up. Everything works in relation to everything else. Which is why I put the lights in too, because it helps see the surfaces better.
Did it take too long?
No. I think only about half of them went to sleep.
I need to make sure. I've been like driving myself crazy, like crap. I've been getting like anytime I spray metallics, the rattle can, the particles are floating in the air and it lands on everything black.
That's the way it works.
On everything, but you just see it on the black. So I gotta hit this windscreen one more time. I got gold speckles all over it.
If you have a cat, they wait until you got a white cat, they wait until you put on a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt and they want attention.
Yep. The helmet just in silver does not look that good. It doesn't look good until you put the chrome on.
Because it looks fake.
Yep. It looks like you just painted it silver. Yes, sir. Definitely wear a mask when you're painting with spray paint. I got my respirator over there. It works so damn well.
What's that?
That graphite powder.
Oh yeah.
I just rubbed a little spot on through the front of the helmet. This side.
Mm-hmm.
This side.
Oh yeah. It's
Barely.
subtle, but it's it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Once it's all done, it'll look like this.
Yeah, looks nice.
The first coat's always lighter. Then you get up with another coat around the clear coat. Then one more coat of powder. And that's when you get the real chrome finish. Had a YouTube expert comment on my tutorial of chroming when I reposted on the other channel. It's like, you're doing it wrong. He didn't watch the entire video. What he told me what I need to do is in the later half of the video. But I did it wrong.
Wow. He's also going to look funny without eyebrows. Maybe I should toss some of those on there.
I'm gonna get my mask for full of this, even more of this chrome.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And I get to talk to you guys some more.
I left. I didn't need this stuff this time. I can still hear you.
Yeah, I made some beef stew for dinner today. It was really good.
Yeah, nice.
I'd share, but I had to tell you where I lived.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Well, I know where you are. I have your address. It's just a long drive for people.
Yeah, it's not good enough to justify that drive.
I think it'll be a little cold by the time I get there.
Nah, I got it in the crock pot. It'll stay warm. It might be crispy. People without eyebrows look weird. You ever notice that?
Yes.
Like you can't relate to it. Actually, I read an article about one of the theories as to why Homo sapiens took over from Cro-Magnon.
Yeah.
Was that Cro-Magnons didn't have the ability to raise their eyebrows, and with nonverbal communication, it's important to be able to express, like to be expressive.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you're non-threatening, your eyebrows will go up, right?
Right.
But if you're, more threatening, then your eyebrows will go down. But if you don't have that ability, you can't communicate that. And so they were viewed as more hostile and more likely to be, attacked on sight as opposed to given a chance. Look, those are exactly like his eyebrows. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little pinstripes.
Oh.
these are just here so that I've got something. That changed the whole expression right there, didn't it? Rocky mad. All right, Darth Vader. But it's important. You don't want to be breathing that stuff.
Good. Let the hatred flow. You will tell me the location of the rebel base.
Tell me the location of my Aves Apoxie sculpt.
I found it.
No, my Aves Apoxie sculpt.
Oh.
I don't know where I put mine either. I ordered some new.
I did order the green stuff to replace the ones I can't find.
Hmm?
I did have to order new green stuff because I never could find the other one. It's buried here somewhere. But it was quicker to just buy new.
Yeah, I'll use the old stuff when I find it, but I've been looking for it for a while.
Mm.
And then we're gonna go. Groucho Marx would be jealous of those eyebrows.
That it would be. That's the problem with the powder. It gets everywhere, and plus it's definitely got to use a respirator when you're using this stuff. It'll get you some black lung without having to be a coal miner.
Yeah, I think we found the father. The other difficulty is finding a straight-on view of this guy. It's not like they don't take photographs for sculptors.
No.
Unless you intentionally take photographs for sculptures. They just take photographs for publications and stuff.
Are there any statues of him?
Are there statues of him?
Yeah. Might be a good reference.
Tell me, Google. Yes, there are. But that doesn't look like him.
I'll take your word on it. No. Yeah, that does not look like him. That looks like a mix between him and Stallone.
I hope to get a better likeness than that. That's my goal now. Is there a different statue of him? it's definitely nice.
Went from a cartoony silver to a chrome. And it'll get even better on the next coat. Well, I'll do all.
All right. That person who did that was presumably a professional sculptor, so if I do better than that, I win.
There's, I've seen what people claim to be sculptors anymore, and they're not too good.
I'd say right now, I'm about where that one was.
Yeah.
I got a ways to go.
Hangs all the stillers on that chrome. When I was talking about when I clear it, it's going to dull it out. It's going to get like a shiny gunmetal. It won't look chrome anymore. So the next coat, it'll get a really nice chrome finish, a deeper chrome. But you can't really put a sealer on it. It loses its chrome luster. But if it dulls back out, you can always repolish. That's unfortunate, but it's pretty durable. Mostly, what it's going to one thing dulls it out if you got moisture on your hands or anything like that. When you're handling it, but if you're normal handling, don't normally do anything. Like I said, unless you have
Like
moisture in your hands.
Dishes and dry off your hands. That's when they handle it.
Yeah. Just make sure your hands are dry when you handle it.
Really sweaty.
Yeah, if you have sweaty palms, it might not do too good for you.
Yeah, you might also want to cleanse your soul a little bit so they don't feel so guilty all the time. Ease those nerves a little bit.
Getting the powder off my cutting mat. One of the things that if you don't want a permanent extra shine to it, just don't put anything else on it. Don't put no clear coats, don't put no sealers or anything on it, and you can actually remove it with like something like Super Clean or a scrub brush, like I say a scrub brush, a toothbrush, and put back looking factory again. That's the one where the guy was saying, like, it's not shiny, it's dull looking. Yeah, because I put it over top raw plastic. I was showing different methods. It will make it shinier by just putting it over top of raw silver plastic, but won't make it as shiny as if you put it over a gloss silver.
Which makes sense.
Let's see. When you finish the graphite powder, do you have to clear coat it? That's what we just covered that part too. I wish they were a way to like keep the luster without having them repolish if you get smudged, but it's so easy to repolish, so it's not really. I got where this has been laying here on the workbench the front of this one got a little dull, and I just dabbed the Q-tip in a little bit of graphite powder and repolished it back out to mirror chrome again. It takes a little very effort to get the chrome luster back, but you got to be a little more careful and not get any powder on anything that's like been matted out. The powder will stick to really well.
So Matt's been doing some 3D printing.
I saw that.
I walked with him through how to do some modeling in Blender.
And the surprise got ruined. I wasn't on a show last night, but I happened to be watching it, and I saw the forks.
Oh yeah, did he show them on the show? Did he print them already?
Yep, they look good. He's like, I'm printing these for a friend. And it's like, I caught me. It's like, I know what those are.
Well, they're too big for my resin printer, and
Yeah,
my filament printer is not great quality.
They were bigger than I was expecting. It looks good. Seeing it on screen don't relate to like when it's in physical media.
Well, I'm just hoping that I sized it correctly.
He held it up to the bike. He said, "Look good." He's got one of the bikes. I find it's the best slightly caricature people, so people recognize them. I find it's best to slightly characterize people so people recognize them. Gotcha.
I don't have the nose right.
Hank Solo said he had a friend growing up and his hands turned orange. Did it go away?
What?
Hank Solo said he had a friend say hands turn orange. Did it
How
go
did that
away?
happen? Was he eat too many carrots?
I chrome stuff and seal it with chrome again. Then seems to get stick pretty good. Chrome Master. Actually, I'm sick. The Chrome Master. There's no H. Different than Beastmaster.
More like Conan.
Yeah. Orange hand comment reminds me of a dirty joke I heard once. Right.
I think the
We got Space Ghost. I need to start working on the other Space Ghost. Quinn Comics sent me his Zero figure. I want to do the same thing to his.
do you need another head for that? Or did I send you two already?
You just sent me the one.
Need another head for that?
Yeah, if you don't care, yeah, I can fix it up. So I think he was originally intending on using DCUC Red Robin figure head, but he didn't have it anymore. So I don't know what he's planning on doing for a head now.
I'll get you one.
Let me go wash this, brush this graphite powder off. Be right back. I need soap. Soap is good.
You heard it here first, folks. Black Express is a dirty, dirty man.
Yeah, covered in graphite.
Covered in graphite. Not actually a dirty man. Just needs to wash off the art supplies.
Oh. Speaking of that zero figure, I saw Anthony's Customs had him as number 10 on the worst Marvel Legends of the year, zero.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. What was number 1? I forgot.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, I remember what the 3-pack movie Spider-Man figures.
I thought lots of people liked those.
A lot of people liked them, and of course, I think it was more like the cost on it. One of the things that got him, because he knew they were going to end up doing individual releases with the, and they did. That 3-pack was ridiculously overpriced. It was like $80 for those 3 figures.
I didn't buy it.
I didn't either because they were $80.
Too rich for my blood.
Tanning lotion, what turns his hands orange. Hey, depends what you put that lotion on. Could be a good thing.
It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again.
Hard to deny that the same person though thought Bigfoot lived behind his house, and they lived in not that anyone ever chased them with a gorilla suit on. Doctor, my God, you're not kidding. I just woke up and it was just like this. I mean, kind of experiences today.
I kind of want to get a shipwreck figure or two not because of shipwreck, because honestly that head sculpt is atrocious, but I want the pants over the boots. All the other G.I. Joe figures have boots over their pants, right? Oh wait, maybe not tunnel route, but he's got knee pads. Shipwreck doesn't have knee pads.
Yeah, Shipwreck looks like a regular clothes.
Yeah. When they get cheap, I might buy one or two.
Use it for Luke Duke too.
Yeah. I used to love that show as a kid.
Yep. Blue jeans, button-up shirt. So, what do you want? What were you making now? Shipwreck again? I forgot.
This one, G.I. Joes with, regular pants and not having their boots sticking out all the time.
Yeah.
In case they go on, leave. Need to have a set of civvies.
And YMCA.
Has anybody put those figures together and taken a picture yet?
They need to. They should be.
Is it Shockwave? He's the cop guy, right?
Yeah. They need the construction worker. That's one you need.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Well, if the military helmet, painted up could be work as a construction helmet.
No.
You got a good side by side of before and after.
Yeah, turned out nice.
First, like I mentioned before, it won't stay this shiny.
Yeah.
I'm going to be matting it out after.
I wasn't paying to get one of those.
You can get these cheap now. Did you hear it's the worst figure of one of the worst figures of 2023?
Well, there's hardly anything to it.
Yeah, it had 2 paint apps, 0 on the chest, 0 on the face. I kind of like the blank head after you strip the paint off of it. Kind of dig it.
It's creepy.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like. Why I dig it.
Wasn't there a? I thought there was a Spider-Man villain that had almost that. Bring that other figure back out. Like he changed his face, but he.
Oh, the chameleon. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that about what he looked like? Didn't he have blue and yellow and a white face like that?
He's got a white face. They made a chameleon in a suit, but we need a classic chameleon like what you're talking about. Let me get the same person was scared of Chucky, and he never found my buddy in his closet. We were mean kids. It's not often you see an action figure with short sleeves. Yeah, I like that. So we got that with the Outback figure. He's got the short sleeves, and they're sculpted on too. His are actually done really well with short sleeves. I like those a lot.
Oh, there's that. That's from the animated series.
Yep.
$1 million.
We definitely need one of those. Shipwreck would make a good civilian if he wasn't so buff. He's not bad. He's not overly buff.
Yeah, just extra sand him. Sand out all of his definition.
Yeah. He's not as buff as like a lot of Marvel Legends. So.
Yeah. By comparison, he's.
And this is not a huge mold to the UK Spider-Man body. It's decent size. It's bigger than Bucky Cat, but it's not Grim Reaper big. So it's actually taller. Let me see. Yeah, it's a little bit taller than Shipwreck. Similar in size, but definitely bulkier on the bulkier. I like it. But not as Chad as this guy.
Who are you calling him? Duck, dive, dodge, and duck. Or dodge. I don't remember.
He's got a Dodge Charger at 28% interest. I can start working on this guy again. Got all the parts I need now.
The dodgeball movie was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't have to drink my own urine, but I do because it's sterile and I like the way it tastes.
If you can dodge a wrench, dodge a
Or whatever he said.
Man, these have gotten cheap here recently. The Adam Warlock figures. They used to sell for like $50.
The old
eBay.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, the one from the Mantis Build a Figure Wave.
Mm-hmm.
These things used to sell for like $50, and I got this one for like 16. Of course, he's got some issues with them, but somebody's got glue on it. But didn't buy it for none of that. I bought it for the extra Magus head because I want to re-sculpt one. I think I'm looking at see which one's on the just a better paint. I think I'll keep this one as is. It's one of my figure. This one's got some schmutz. It's a dirty figure. At least it don't smell like an ashtray.
That's important.
You can't hardly. I have yet to figure out how to get that smell off figures.
It's well, if you figure it out, let me know.
I bought a Thanos that deluxe Thanos. Basically, when it first come out,
Yeah.
I picked it up at a con. It was like complete, but it's loose in a bag. I was like $20. I was like, well, that's a damn good deal. Brought it home. I never did open the bag up, and I was like,
Yeah, you can smell it on the package.
well, I didn't, because it was zipped in that Ziploc bag. I didn't smell it until I got home, and as soon as I opened that bag up, it's like, oh, that's why I got it for $20.
It smells like a ashtray. I'll look at his face here for a minute. I may need to find another from like a more straight on front view.
The hip on the new Python Patrol officers is off. Heard it was a problem with the new Cobra officers. That's one of the things I wanted to look at too. I got over here one from the hip 3-pack complimentary figures. One of them hip is really messed up. I need to see if I can fix that.
Better save this before I forget. What did I save it as? Seat? Is that what this is called?
One thing I noticed is they didn't use the officer body for the officer. They used the regular trooper body. But they used officer boots and officer gear, officer head and helmet. But the rest of it's the trooper body. I love the trooper color scheme, that red and black. But this one, you see there's an issue with this leg.
Where at?
It won't, this is the straightest it goes. It won't go up all the way up to the hip. And it looks like there's flashing or something other inside that hip. and it's bowed out. It's almost like it's the wrong leg. Is it?
Sometimes I wonder.
No, it's the right leg. It's just... Yeah. It's just warped. Heat it up and pop that leg off. I want to heat this up so I can get it apart. And go ahead and start taking this part. You can paint all this gear.
I need to just make up a generic gear and save it. And
Oh yeah.
keep making them all the time. And then I can just modify it to fit right.
That's good.
Who does that look like?
It looks familiar.
I know. Maybe some Chinese guy that I seen on a poster. But I think his hair was more like back here.
Doro, letter 7. What's up, family? Save cannon.
I did.
Family, family, family.
We got the. I remember that hair. It was like I've seen that somewhere. It's like he looks like a character from TV. I can't replace it right now. With that hairline and hair like that.
Yeah.
You guys should check out the Figurehead Customs on eBay. You don't do 118. Awesome custom vehicles. Swap legs. Gobi. Where's the Gobi? I don't see the Gobi. That's cool. How can you reference? That's cool how you can reference sticks.
Yeah, it makes it real handy to put the references right in there.
Yeah, you were doing that with Bruton's head too.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it perfect.
I was never taught how to do any of this stuff. I had to learn it all off of YouTube tutorials. Which is, really cool that we have the ability to do that out now.
Yeah.
Anything you want to know, it's out there. Just gotta stick to it enough. What's for dinner?
Heated up action figures.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you'll have a chewy bit.
Yeah. Got to.
This makes it so clear to see what I'm doing.
There's the boots.
Nice.
Rocket boosters. These will eventually get chromed up. I haven't clear coated them yet. That little magnet on the back of the
calf.
picture is handy for painting.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So I can just stick it on here, and because I wouldn't have anywhere to grab it otherwise.
It's not a matter of where you grip it. Monty Python, the skit about the that an African or a European swallow. What about Ramstein?
You said obviously no Ramstein fans in the chat.
I like Ramstein. What did I miss?
Yeah. Du hast das.
Oh, you hate it, huh?
Du hast das. Big flops to Gobi. Winnie the Pooh video to Ramstein best ever.
There was a Winnie the Pooh Duhash mess video. Sorry if I offended any people who actually speak German. By my horrible pronunciation. That's exactly what yours look like, right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
That's the way mine look, I think. I can't see them, so I don't know.
He got a little bit of cauliflower ear. He actually doesn't have a cauliflower ear. Is that caused by repeated trauma?
I think so. I believe that it is.
Cartilage gets all jacked up. Alright, well, let's just go in there as a placeholder. I'll fix up the ear later.
Oh.
Probably help if I got it to the right size. Alright.
That's the best way to removing hair. Heat the head up first, get the glue a little soft. And where the hair is more pliable too, you can basically just peel it off. There we go.
Oh, I'll need to go about 9 o'clock this evening.
Okay.
So I won't be here the full 3 hours.
Well, we can just do a 2-hour one anyway.
Oh, okay. I don't know where everybody's at. Did they think we weren't doing one tonight since it's so close to the holidays?
I don't know. I thought it was. So we're doing one next 2 Thursdays, since the next 2 Sundays were holidays.
They got That happens, I hear.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother anybody.
It just puts some pressure on me to talk.
I know. Get you out of your comfort zone. It's like you gotta talk a little bit.
Dare they not be here? I need them to fill the air.
I can't see anything why it's not. Wait a minute. They didn't do that, did they? Surely not. Did they do a NECA?
Who is that guy from Babylon 5?
Oh, it looks like it's not Londo, but it looks like Veer, his assistant.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think they pulled a NECA, and this is molded in gray plastic. The hip is. They painted it black. I think.
Why would they do that?
I'm sitting there like cutting out some like the material inside the hip. When I cut, it's gray. Why would you do that?
I don't.
Yep, that's gray plastic. Very weird.
Who knows why they do the things they do?
Okay, that's weird. Not to change back to black. I don't know what's going on now.
It's just stressing it while you were cutting it,
I don't know.
and then once you put the heater on it, it does like plastic does.
Apparently.
And of course, his hairline's covered up over there, so I kind of have to guess at it.
Well, he's no longer Centauri.
No. We're trying to dial it in here a little bit.
There you go. That looks better. It can actually go up into the socket now. That's so strange having to fix a Hasbro figure. I don't know.
Here I am trying to sculpt on a part that I don't even have selected.
It might make things a little more difficult.
Like nothing's happening.
Okay, that hip's fixed. Let me get the legs out so I can.
I know Harker, I was talking to him the other day, he said he's just swamped with stuff he's got to get done.
Oh, yeah, I bet he is.
So he's probably working weird hours.
Yep.
Just worn out.
Yeah, I think last time I saw that Instagram, I think it says like 7 hours ago last time I heard online.
Yeah, he probably sleep. He's probably sleeping now. Up nights. Bottom lip is atrocious. Got a little dip in the lip. Right there.
Should be able to just take some paint remover and remove the brown paint off the bottom of these so we make it all black.
I wonder how long it takes like a real professional sculptor to actually sculpt these things.
Mm.
I mean, either.
I'm glad I ended up selling my extra Walgreens Moon Knights when they were selling for like pretty good money.
Yeah, because when that Target one came out.
And I recently cleared that thing out for like $12.
Well, they weren't available for a long time.
Yeah.
And
Then all of a sudden, clearance.
and then they were on clearance, and you're like, because I never got the Walgreens one, and I never got the one from Target. Because by the time I heard about them going on sale at Target, they were already gone.
Well, if you want one, I got an extra one.
I was going to use it to make Space Ghost with.
Well,
but I already made Space Ghost out of the Century, so I don't need another one.
Well, then you don't need one.
Not anymore.
Fine, I'll keep it.
Fine, you do that.
I'm not concerned with keeping the these hands I'm painting up. They're fingerless gloves. I'm not concerned about getting paint on the fingers because I want to repaint them anyway. They're Fortnite figure hands. They're actually female Fortnite figure hands, which are Marvel Legends male size hands.
Really? Well, not all of them. I got that cat lady.
Yeah, she's got little hands.
She's got tiny everything. She is extra skinny.
But most of the females have like male size hands. besides links.
Does he have normal size hands? Or
Well, she's
bigger?
Links is the cat lady.
Oh. Oh, that's Meowskull. The one that you used to make Brock Sampson out of.
That's one I got a Brock Sampson head on.
Yeah.
That will use a Brock Sampson head on. Also got the white suit guy. That'll be a Brock Sampson. I need to ask Duke Hazard if you about casting those, because I want several of those heads.
The Brock Sampson ones.
Yeah. It looks so good on everything. It's Brock Sampson.
Yeah. Next we'll have to make a Johnny Bravo.
There you
Maybe
go.
a little bit. Be a little too cartoony.
Talking about cartoony. If you be willing, a better One Punch Man head for me, if you could, maybe later.
Yeah, I can get around to that. I got this, and then I got a Wonder Woman head for Peggy Zero Den. That I have committed myself to.
Cool.
Just remind me.
I just stuck my paintbrush into the thinner like I'm done, and I'm like, no, I got more stuff to paint. Goober. What was that?
I have my kids laughing.
Okay. Thought that was a cat squalling at first.
Kids are kind of cat-like sometimes.
That was goof. I got these like magnifiers on, and I'm not using them. I'm looking underneath of them so I can see. Like, what am I doing? I'm just looking through the magnifiers.
It's like when you have glasses and you forget that your glasses are on the top of your head.
Yep. Well, I was using the magnifiers like I was looking through my glasses, because I'd always look underneath my glasses. Because, yeah.
I bit the bullet a while back, probably 10 years ago now. I got LASIK, and I have not regretted it.
My brother got it a while back, and he don't have to wear his glasses, except for he needs reading glasses, you know.
I'm not quite to that point yet, but I may end up being there someday.
My brother's a bit older than I am. He's in his 50s.
I gotta find my extra fluffy hair.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Stroke.
Boom, 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 boom. These are the Disney Plus Hawkeye legs. Now I'm using them on, what's his name? Long Shot body. This Long Shot had little skinny legs. using chambers, arms, and jacket. I've been checking AliExpress for cheap suit bodies, civilian bodies for Marvel Legends. Problem is, when you type in Marvel Legends suit body, you get all these stupid costumes for bodysuit costumes.
Yeah.
It's like, not what I want.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Hang Solo commercials. I guess YouTube stuck a commercial in.
Yeah, I watched some of your videos while I was working last night. So I pulled an all-nighter. And they kept trying to sell me like hash mood something or others. I don't know.
I heard that they've been pushing pot a lot here lately. Weed. No. It's like, yes, that has totally something to do with customizing action figures. It's like, how's that even related? It's like, maybe that's why they keep dinging the streams. They think we're doing something drug related illegal.
Are you sniffing your paints?
Not intentionally.
I mean, earlier you can put on a respirator. What do they want?
Chat's not food in a while. Everybody still out there?
Are you not entertained?
How we still got folks?
It says we got 11 watchers right now.
Oh, that's good.
I get Depends commercials, so I'm blaming it on the Harker.
Blaming it on Harker. Well, there was that whole dick hinge thing for a while.
Yeah. That was Matt actually misspoke that.
That was Matt, yeah. As a disc hinge.
Everything needs a dick hinge now.
Yeah. Like
now, I will have to say though, I am getting annoyed with Marvel Hasbro like putting double ball pegs instead of disc hinge in figures now. Double ball pegs suck.
Yeah, you don't get the range. You can't look up.
Yep. I know there's a big toy reviewer is like loves double ball pegs for some damn reason. He's one of the bigger names. If you start listening to him, he's like, good grief. I like the figures to be able to look up. And with G.I. Joe, it's worse. The fact you had the best of both worlds. You had a double ball peg at the base of the neck and a disc hinge at the neck. Now it's a double ball peg on both sides. So you lost the ability for figures to look up now. And then they give them a sniper rifle where they need to lay down to use it. They can't look up.
They kind of have to lay on their side.
Yeah, they can't look through the scope.
I think I'm going to save this and work on him some more later. I'm getting. Sometimes you work on stuff and then you're back.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I usually jump around on projects a lot.
Got bigger hair than I gave him. He still had bigger hair than I gave him. Oh, and I gave him too much. It's like, that's too much. And then I go back to working on it some more. He looks a little.
Anthony Diaz said that caught me off guard. Are you not entertained?
Yeah. He looks a little bit Elvis-y at the moment.
It's starting to take shape though. It's starting to look Italianish.
Yeah, it's getting there. I'm gonna take a break and then look at it with fresh eyes again later. So.
TK opened up the two Pacific Rim's 12-inch monster figures. They're pretty nice, hard, heavy plastic. Articulated, it's a bit limited though. Big chunks of plastic. Very cool.
Yeah. That's what I made last night. When I should have been asleep.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure?
Am I sure that I made it last night when I should have been asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure I should have been asleep. And I'm sure I made it.
No.
And I even took the time to do one of those numbers on it so I can.
We got about a half hour before you go. I'll be right back.
I can make sure that the hinge would work proper. But when it gets printed, it'll print out with those little nubs in there. And if it's in like PLA or something on a filament printer, it should be able to, it should have enough flex in it to pop this part in. And then that'll function as a hinge. And then these flat pieces in the front will come out. And then back in here, made a little hole to go through so that you get some of those 6-inch LED strips that have the adhesive on the back. You can put them in there like that, or
I'm back.
anyway, I was talking about how I put it on hinges. Like, see this?
Uh-huh.
If that's printed in that PLA, it should be flexible enough so that you can pop those hinges in, and then it'll actually open up. And I cut a hole at the bottom so you could feed some wires through for those, those 6-inch LED strips.
Yeah.
So you could feed some of those through and actually light it if you wanted to.
General Hawk should definitely come up as a jetpack. It makes you want to buy the Steel Brigade 2-pack just to get one of the jetpacks for Give It to Hawk.
Yeah. And then I also put this in here, so if you wanted to run an LED light and have a spotlight instead of the side lights, you can do that. And now I've hidden stuff. I don't know how to get it back. No, I'm just kidding.
Anthony Diaz says he's working on a merged Century and a classic Beta Ray Bill custom. Always hopping back and forth instead of just completing ones. Like, I do the same thing. Helps break up the you do work on customs a lot. When you start to get hyper focused on one, it actually kind of helps me when I do jump around projects.
Yeah, because you just
you'll see something, you'll overlook something when you're just hyper focused on it while you're at the time. Then when you go stop and go back to it, it's like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah. That bad boy right there, huh? He printed it off and it looked good.
Yep. He asked me if I wanted him to take the supports off. So I just leave it. It'd be easier to ship.
Yeah.
Safer to ship.
I don't. Did the teeth turn out good and the points and everything?
Looked like it.
Okay. Now I need to talk him to print one for me.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see. I was messing around with Harker the other day and made the Babadook.
The Babadook?
The Babadook. There.
What is a Babadook?
It's from some movie. I don't have any idea. It's a Harker thing. You know how he likes those creepy things like the crocodile?
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked him if it needed ears, and he said no, because he was going to put fur up underneath the hat to replicate what the hair looked like. Coming out, it just cover up the ears.
The Methigator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's creepy looking.
Yes, he is.
What else did I finish up? Oh, yeah. I did the zombie head.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah, that's why I was looking for like suited bodies for you, like trying to find for your zombies.
So I can make some zombies. He's real crispy. He's been dead a while.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. What else? Oh yeah, so the other night, or I guess it was it was in the afternoon, with Matt, we made this, and then I went and added more to mine. So I put some places in here for some magnets to go in. And then I added a shelf, and then I put some magnets on the top and the bottom, so that if you have multiples, you can stack them.
Nice.
And they'll snap together, and if you knock them off the shelf, hopefully with the 4 magnets with the lid, it won't come out.
And you remember which you get your polarity right.
What's that?
And you get your polarities right.
Yep. You got to do that. And then he didn't build a shelf in his, so I built a shelf into mine. I think he said he wasn't quite ready for that. It was a lot to take in one session.
Oh, yeah.
So, I told him if he wants me to go over with him again sometime, we'll do that.
Looks like he's got a good slicer program too.
Yeah. He said that he got his up and running in like 30 minutes from when he got it. I got mine like 5 years ago. And it took me 16 hours to get it dialed in for the first print to turn out. Right, for the test prints. Just working on printer settings to get it right. But mine's a different brand. It's like a CR10 or something. I don't remember. Which they had good reviews when they first came out, but I think that the later reviews were not as good. So I made a gun crate. But he printed his and it looks great, and then I printed mine and it looks like garbage. I think I might have some old filament in there that may have gotten some moisture in it, which...
Oh yeah, I saw where that can be very bad.
And then I think my Z connection on my supports was too much. I've tweaked the settings, but I haven't gone and tried to print it again yet because it takes a long time. Let's see.
CR10 is as good as slicers you use.
CR10's the 3D printer. And what else?
It's a pricey printer too. When he told me the price.
Yeah, his is expensive. And I worked on the Claymore stuff a little bit.
No, nice.
So it looks horrible on the screen. I don't know why. There we go.
I was wondering if you get around to doing like my character Incendiary, the fire girl, will we be able to work in enough space for a LED? Probably not. Because female head would be too small.
So here's what I've been toying with, because I've been working on that pit off of the monster hide.
Mm-hmm.
Been toying with the idea of running wires down, but I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do it yet. But you can get small LEDs and run wires through the figure down to a battery. So you might be able to do it that way easier than trying to do the magnetic LEDs, because the magnetic LEDs actually take up. I mean, considering you're only dealing with 20, maybe the head's maybe like got a diameter of 20 or something like that, or less millimeters, and that LED takes up. Your ball peg is going to take up between 8 and 10 millimeters in diameter, and then you're trying to put another 10 by 5 millimeter thing in there, and that's just that's a lot to try to fit into a tiny little space.
Yes.
And not protrude through the outside. And I was also working on a pair of these prime bracers.
Sweet.
But the ones that I printed, did I show you the pictures of those?
You did indeed.
I think they come out too far on the outside when I looked at them. So I think I'll go ahead and see if I can make that adjustment now.
And if it makes it easier too, you can, like the inside curve where it dips down, it'd be all right for long if you need to raise that up a little bit. The most recent Cura version does work great on the CR10. If you get the nasty prints off the CR10, heat up the nozzle, remove it, and push out the old gunk into the print head. After a good cleaning,
I meant to update my slicer for the Creality slicer.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to update my slicer. I don't know that I ever updated it. Which might be the problem. And you want this inside one here to come up?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Alright, tell me when you think it looks good.
Oh, sorry, I was sculpting.
There!
Ah, ah,
Yeah!
well, gosh darn, man. I think that's good. With being 3D modeled, you can get the arches exactly the same. And I was like trying to make sure get them right by hand.
It looked like, let's see, it looked like that. Well, it looked like it curved towards the back just a little bit.
Probably.
Is that how you wanted it?
Like I would like to have them like even, if possible.
Like absolutely uniform?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had it curved towards the back a little bit because there's a little bit more on the back side of the forearm. Or what?
And this working with the medium limitations I was working with.
Since you're not a robot.
Yes. And I have to sculpt with these things on.
Yeah. And upside down at the same time.
Yeah.
Like the beast. Hanging from your feet from the ceiling. You know, if I had to be a comic book character, the old school beast, I wouldn't mind being that guy.
Before you turn blue. Now my blue.
Well, even after he turned blue, just before he became a jerk. Isn't he evil now?
Yeah, which makes no sense. It's like they want to do an evil beast. Dark Beast is in the 616 universe. But that makes them have to like remember continuity.
Yeah, I hear they're not so great.
They don't like that no more. People who bring up continuity are problematic. They don't want those people around.
Alright, this one looks like it's a little bit higher of a slope. This one looks like it's a little bit lower of a slope. Which half do you think? Higher, lower.
I can only see halfway. I got the screen split. Hold on. Okay.
Maybe. You know, I can't tell.
See, I was doing it by eye, and you can't tell on the screen.
Let me look at the print. No, it looks symmetrical. It's just because that one side's in the shadow. This one looks higher because it's shaded.
Yeah.
It's the same. Alright, I'll get those printed. These actually, the resin that I use on these is nice. It's got a little bit of flexing in it. Not too much, but a little bit. And it's a nice, it feels like the same kind of plastic almost that you would use like when they make action figures. wanted your Skrillex head out of. I know that's not his name. Scalix, is that right?
Sculpt, I think is what you pronounce it.
I'm sure I'll say it wrong some more times. Scallops.
Alright.
Think about it.
He's getting his goatee.
And of course, those will be gold when you paint them.
When you gotta be back at work.
The 3rd.
That sucks.
I know. I don't get anything done when I have to work.
I had a lot of leave to burn, so I'm actually taking. I don't want to go back to the work until after the 5th.
That's nice. I'm working on a trophy mount because I printed that first Go Ram head too big.
Yeah.
So now I need to mount like a trophy.
Ah. Sculpting tiny stuff with big hands is hard.
That's why I do that.
I don't know how to model 3D right now.
Yeah. And then you'd have to get a 3D printer. And
Yeah. No, ain't nobody gonna get, buy me a expensive 3D printer.
what's that?
I don't have nobody to buy me a expensive 3D printer.
If we had caught it on Black Friday, we could have got you one for $100. I have you at this point. I think it's 2.8.
Green stuff is great for sculpting hair, though. You know, anything organic.
Can't tell me that anything's great for sculpting here. Honestly, I would so much rather do that by hand than in the computer.
Oh, I wouldn't know where to start on the computer. This one, by hand, it's like I'm just poking little lines into the clay, the epoxy, in hair-like patterns.
Yeah, when I did it for the He-Man boots, it was like no problem at all. It was a breeze. But trying to do it in 3D modeling, it takes so much longer.
Stick to a tool. So it looks like you got way too. You don't have enough sculpting material in your tool, and when you get to the head, it's so tiny. It's like that's way too much.
Yeah. And you have to cut away half of whatever you tried to put on there.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Let's see. Go ahead and zoom in on what I'm doing. His mustache way too thick. See a little skinny mustache with his goatee.
Well, the beef stew I made for dinner must have been popular because the 5-quart crock pot, I had one bowl. I went back to get a second so it could cool off and I could eat it when I get off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scraping the bottom of it. I don't know how many kids I got out there, but that's a lot of food.
Yeah.
For growing young people. I do have to tell you, though, I've been a lot more... I like being on here and making stuff. I'm a lot more productive than I think I would be otherwise. But I don't get as many of my own customs done as I would like because I'm working on stuff. But I I do make a lot more stuff.
Well, we love having you on here too. Not just because you make stuff for us. That's even if you didn't. It's like, dude, yeah, enjoy having you on.
Yeah, it's been good. Where'd I put my Go Ram head?
That looks so much better. Remove some of the material out. It looks more like his goatee. Had the mustache too thick, and
the maggot body.
the what now?
Maggot, the blue guy with the maggots in his name.
Oh yeah.
Is there what figure is that body?
The original use was the modern Hercules with the man bun. But the maggot has new shoulders and biceps for the jacket sleeves.
Every time I look at him, I'm like, that wants to be a Prince Adam. Except that he's blue.
Do Prince Keldor.
This has been a nice addition to the new version of Blender. Is that you can come up here and you can scale stuff. Like, see how big an item is.
That would be handy.
Units are set correctly.
Yeah, what do you think? Focus. There we go.
He's creepy. Goatee looks good. Who are you making with that?
Another Ultraverse character, a villain this time, called Rafferty. He's like kind of like an evil Punisher. He goes around killing ultras.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
This needs to be about.
Yeah, the cigarette probably not going to work.
Cigarette.
He's normally got like a cigarette hanging off his teeth.
Yeah.
I don't think I can pull that off that scale.
To make a cigarette.
No, maybe. Let's see.
Take a small piece of wire.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to get all fancy, you can glue a piece of paper around it. It's like 82 what to do it.
I think I'm happy with that. Now, as I still poking it with the sculpting stick. That looks good. I'm gonna stop before those points where like you gotta stop, or anything else you're gonna do is just mess it up.
Oh yeah.
Come on, camera, focus. There it is.
Why is it telling me that this is 82 millimeters? And it's telling me that this one is 270. That's not right.
Weird.
Yeah, something was weird.
Leftover green stuff and shove in my James Bond head. All seconds to eat.
Well, we'll go back to the old-fashioned way of measuring stuff. Yeah. It's a lie.
Still too deep. We got on the chat. Got some more. Canon's recommendations for 3D printers. Oh, turnkey. I'm sorry, my eyes are bad. Turnkey 3D printers for technology challenge resin.
Resin 3D printer. What's my recommendation for a resin 3D printer?
Yep.
I have a Elgu Saturn. The Elgu ones are. It was pretty much plug and play with the what slicer do I use? Chitu box.
You're just making up words.
Oh, I'm not. Look, it's real. Give me a second. Chitu box. Chitubox. And the Chitu box has. Can you see my screen? Does it look like a Chitu box? Yeah, it does. Except you can't see the whole thing. It's got printer profiles there, which it works pretty well. The only thing that I've had to tweak with some resins require longer exposure times. And then there's a guy on YouTube, Uncle Jesse, who has set up instructions for like your supports and things like that, and exposure times and all that. And he got those printer settings from somebody else who I would give credit to, except that I can't remember who that was that he got his from.
Well, Hang Solo said it was a commercial and you were telling what printers.
Oh, you weren't asking about printers. You're asking about what kind of printer I would recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah, LG Saturn are nice. But I don't know how much they cost. Probably less now. But I've had mine for a while and I like it a lot.
I think the only thing I left now the Rafferty parts wise, I need a tie.
A tie?
Yep. Then I'll have all the parts I need for them.
Shouldn't be too difficult to come across.
Nah, I should be able to find one.
Or you might be able to make one out of green stuff.
That's true too.
Isn't it flexible?
Yep.
Build it on like some wax paper or something and then glue it on.
Yep. Roll it out on some parchment paper.
Put some wire in it. Can you wire a tie in green stuff?
I actually can. I've seen Matthew wire green stuff.
There you go. I'm recommending stuff I don't even know you can do.
There you go.
I haven't seen him put any new YouTube stuff up for a while.
Yeah, he's
since he moved.
He's been working on getting his new setup put up for his hobby.
Hobby room.
Yeah, it's a outbuilt, like an external, like a storage building they're finishing out. So you can have like an office out there to work. He said he's probably not going to go back to doing weekly live streams.
Yeah.
He's going to change his format up when he comes back.
It is, it's a commitment. That's for sure.
Yeah.
For me, it helps. But if you get busy, it does make it difficult to show up every week.
I think that's a pretty good height on that neck. What do you think? Does it need to go up a little higher, or is it sitting good?
So the neck should be about, that looks good. About a third of your head height.
That's good, dude.
On average.
Just make sure it don't seize on there, so I put me a little sculpting Vaseline on the ball joint.
Some people have really long necks comparatively, and some people have shinecks. Shoulder necks.
Yep. I had a cousin that was didn't have a neck. We got the Crack Cow Mafia in the house. Howdy, howdy.
Was that... sorry, go on.
You was going to ask something. What now?
I was going to say, your cousin, was that... was he, like, built, or was he...
Birth defect. Technically, you cousin by marriage, so it's my step-grandfather's grandchild from his first marriage. Kujinos found all 488 turtles bagged together in a junk shop. They were pretty dirty, but come with soap and toothbrush, soap and water toothbrush, cleaned up real nice, all belts intact. That's awesome. Thanks, Lilo. Are you watching on a mobile device or on a computer? If your computer, AdBlock Plus, then go to Easy List and install that. Mobile, which you can, there is an app for that if you want. Problem with that though is, never mind. That's the issue of a ad blocker. Mobile device, it's a little trickier. You'd have to watch the stream on you can install it, but it only blocks it on like if your browsers. It won't block it on the app itself. Which don't condone that because that's against YouTube's rules. But no, but that's just if somebody did that like on a video game or something. I don't know, not real life.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about.
What? Who? I don't know. Last week, I guess.
Snarf came out.
Oh yeah.
I know he's Super 7, but I needed him.
Yeah.
Gotta have the team mascot.
I'll probably end up breaking down and getting him because, like I said, he's part of the team.
And how articulated do you have to be Snarf?
You know, it just sucks. He's full price figure.
Yeah.
Do you gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta go. I just want to finish this. It'll only take a minute or two.
I'll put the whole piece chunk in. That's better. It's low now. There you go. Raised up that head. Eventually be a He-Man head. Raise it up off the neck a little bit. Sitting down too low. The extra green stuff.
There we go. That's what my Go-Ram head that I printed too big was going on.
Now that first one was huge.
Yeah, it was big. It was even big on the monster hide, so it was. I don't know what happened in that print. But huge. I got some setting wrong, but it pops right onto that monster hide body, though.
You made a bobblehead.
Too bad. I mean, it doesn't look. I mean, it's big. It's like a big head, but it's not like disproportionate for gorilla on the monster hide shoulders.
I think it's about time to call it a night.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I express my appreciation for letting me come on and be creative with you guys every week.
Oh, dude, we appreciate you having you on here all the time. And if you want to swing by, just chit chat tomorrow night. You're more than welcome.
I will see what plans are with the girlfriend, who is definitely real and does not live in Canada.
Oh, if you got plans, don't worry.
Sometimes I don't know when I have plans. You know how that goes.
Yep. You have to be informed if you have plans.
Yeah. So,
I understand.
But she's really great, so I can't complain.
And, everybody in chat saying later taters, later fellas.
All right, take care, everybody, and have a happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. And
I'll see you before then.
And we got to get one last one of these for the 2023.
Family, 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 family.
All right. Y'all take care.
Have a good one, everybody.